And it's going to the Power Monday. And it's Power Monday. And it's going down. How y'all feeling, baby? Emily Dunlap is in the house. Power Monday is all up in the crib. We gonna show you on the DG show how we live. Yo, Daily Go Get 'Em Ism show, baby. Yeah. Yo, and it's the daily Go Get 'Em Ism show. You think it ain't when it is? You think it won't when it whiz? We are here and we are in motion. We be doing this thing on the fast track. We not coasting. And tonight on this Power Monday, we talking about I would stop selling drugs if I had more opportunities. So we're gonna talk about dope boys tonight. We're gonna talk about dope boys tonight and how come our youth are out here risking their freedom and risking their lives to sell little drugs, sell little weed, sell little crack, sell little power, sell little pills. What they doing now? I'm gonna show you how. More like I'm gonna show you why. I know that nobody chooses to really die, but they gotta do this thing because they got to try. So that's what we're talking about tonight on the Daily Go Get 'Em Ism show, baby. I would stop selling drugs if I had more opportunities. Is it true? Do you know somebody different than I do? Well, we're gonna have to get into this commentary tonight, baby, because the way I see the drug trade and the drug game ain't really the same as other people who don't know my name. And I'm gonna tell you a little something what I know about the game. I ain't gonna show you how to sell no drugs because I couldn't show you that. But what I can show you is why they sell drugs and why they be going the back. So this is more than just running around acting like a little thug, acting like you ain't got no sense, acting like you ain't got no home training, acting like you ain't never been shown nothing better. But I know some people that haven't been showing no other kind of life. So it's like that. So let's get into it, y'all. How y'all feeling today, tonight, on the Daily Go Get 'Em Ism show? Here it is, the 11th, May 11th. It's the Daily Go Get 'Em Ism show. Urban Therapy with Sun 752. With this your daily, the Daily Go Get 'Em Ism show. We do this every single day. Every day it rains. Every day it rains. And the DG will do the same. I'm your host, Sun 752, aka Omar with the. And if you can't say Omar with the, well, then you just say Omar with the R's. The Daily Go Get 'Em Ism show, and it's going down right now on this Power Monday. How y'all feeling? I hope y'all feeling like real men and real women should, because that's the way that you should. That's true. Thanks for hitting that like button. Make sure y'all hit that like button as y'all come into here. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel here and share the show so somebody else can hear and see it on the screen. Yeah, I mean. Annette Davis, the number one. What's going on? And T. Carey Wright is all up in the place. Oh my God, it's always really good to see your face. And that's Cook always coming on through. It's so good, and I'm so glad to see you too. So that's how it's going down on the Daily Go Get 'Em Ism show. We are talking about I would stop selling drugs. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't sell drugs if I had more opportunities. Is it true? I mean, in theory, on the books, it sounds like it would be absolutely true. You know, why would anybody choose to sell drugs if they were brought up to be able to have the things that they wanted in life without having to resort to criminal activity, right? Why would anybody sell drugs if they were raised to be law-abiding citizens and to respect authority and to do the right thing and to make sure that you get your career in a swing and make sure that you get you some real good grades and make sure you don't use your gun or blades? Well, there may be another thing to another facet of the story that maybe if you're not around that culture that you may not understand. I know for a fact that not everybody sells drugs came from broken homes or broken families or dysfunctional environments. Not everybody, but I will definitely say that most of the times when you see somebody out there that's selling drugs, that is the type of home they come from. Now, unfortunately, And sometimes, fortunately, in the Black community where we come from, sometimes we have gotten so used to and so desensitized to um our dysfunctional activity that it's not dysfunctional anymore. We have learned to cope, our coping skills, our ability to deal with negativity and to deal with adversity has surpassed most other people's cultures ability to deal with that sort of thing. So because black people have been exposed to so much struggle, we think that struggling is the only way of life that we should ever look forward to. And it's not true. And then I'm not saying that it's like that in everybody's home. I'm not saying that everybody comes from a home where they don't have anything. I'm not saying that everybody comes from a home where there were no Christmases, no good Christmases. And I'm only saying Christmases because, when I was growing up, Christmas was a big deal. What you was getting for Christmas was a big deal. It was always on blast. So that's what I measure familial financial success by. That's what I've been taught to measure familial financial success. If those Christmases can be good, then normally everything around the house as far as your financial situation is good. But just because your financial situation is good, it doesn't necessarily mean that everything else going on in your home is good. Y'all know, y'all have lived it, y'all know it, y'all have seen it, y'all have done it, y'all living it right now, some of us. So it's not always about having money, having a good job and being able to pay your bills and being able to go shopping that adds to the quality of life. Sometimes you have to have the other things, love, affection, attention, inspiration, positive examples, positive male and female role models, examples that you can draw from, see through, and duplicate. Shit that happens in real time. Carol Chamber, let me favorita. I'm so glad to see ya. Yes, without a doubt, baby. Good to see me some you. True. So when we start talking about drugs, when you start talking about selling drugs and when you start talking about the makeup of the family, just having money is not a panacea. It's not the utopia. It doesn't make your home the utopia that you would like for it to be. And what parent doesn't want for their children to have everything? Not just material things, but to have all of the opportunities in the world. Well, in the reality of life is that down here in the hood, which used to be called the ghetto, there aren't always a lot of opportunities, even though many of us, after we make it, we think that everybody else should be able to make it. Well, if I did it, you could do it. 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 Let's get on to it. Because if I did it, you could do it. Yo, I know that you could do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Power Monday. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do day after Sunday. You could do it because I did it. I did it and it was hard, but I did it and I made sure I made it. You could do it. I could do it. I could do it. You could do it. I could do it. You could do it. You could do it. I could do it. I did it for you and I set the example and I know that you could do it for yourself and you're ample. No, it's not always like that. It's not always like that, baby. It's not always like that. So, unfortunately, I've had the opportunity to see many children go from children that were just going to school and taking tests and playing during recess and playing tag and hot peas and butter and hide and go get it and hide and seek and all that kind of stuff, just freeze tag and mother may I and red light, green light and all of that shit. I seen them go from doing all of that to selling drugs on the block at a young age. And when I say young, I'm talking about becoming a lookout at like age 12, 13 years old to selling by the time they were 14. And I've seen some of them never stop. I've seen them go from going to school, whether they were doing good in school or not, but I've seen them from actually doing good in school. In Philadelphia, we have these things called called magnet schools. So if you excelled in your classes, you didn't just have to go to your neighborhood school. Every neighborhood had a neighborhood school. Back then, they've closed a lot of the neighborhood schools down since in the last 10 years. But during that time, during the time when I was growing up, if you did well in the middle school, junior high, some of y'all might call it, if you did well in those in your classes, you could go to these things called magnet schools. These were schools that weren't neighborhood high schools that you had to qualify in order to go to. So if your grades were good, you could go. If your grades were really, really exceptional, I'm talking about all A's, all B's, and you did really well on your state exams, your SATs. That's what they used to call it, the SAT test, Scholastic Achievement Test. That's what it was called in Philly. Maybe all of Pennsylvania. But if you did good on those, you could go to the best school in Philadelphia. The best public school actually is probably the best school in Philadelphia, period, which is Masterman. Masterman is the best school in the state of Pennsylvania. It's number one. And it has held the number one position since all the way back in the 80s. Masterman is so good that Masterman has a middle school that graduates in 8th grade. And you have to reapply to get into Masterman High School in order to get into the high school. Because you might have got in to the middle school when you was in 5th grade because you was excelling when you was in the 4th grade. So somewhere between 5th and 8th grade, you might have fell off a little bit, but they don't play when it comes to their numbers. So in order for you to go to Masterman, they're going to retest you at 8th grade. And you may not get in. Most of them don't get in to Masterman High School. It's an elite, a very, very elite high school. The second best high school in the city is Central High School. You may have heard of Central High School. It used to be an all-boys school. And the opposite of Central used to be Girls High. And Girls High used to be a really great school. Used to be. Now it doesn't rank so high. Girls High fell off a long time ago. They really fell off. But in its heyday, it was a big thing to go to Girls High. So Central was all boys. Girls High was all girls. And by the time I graduated 8th grade, Central had started to become co-ed. So they were allowing girls to go. And the rest has been history. Now it's all co-ed. So I know a lot of people who went to and graduated from Central. I know about maybe 2 people who graduated from Masterman. That shit ain't easy. You know what I mean? That's for the elite. I know people who got kicked out. So anyway. So you had the opportunity to go to a better school and get a decent education. Now, as far as those magnet schools are concerned, there are a bunch of them in Philly. I went to one. I went to Franklin Learning Center. That was a pretty good school. But there were trade schools that you could go to, like Dobbins and Mass Bomb and Bach out in South Philly. They closed down Bach. Took trades out of schools, man. I mean, it's ridiculous. No vocations. But anyway, what happens when you shut down schools like that have vocations? When you take trades out of schools, when you stop teaching technical skills, life sustaining skills in school for free, when you stop doing that, what happens? You start to create a situation of despair, hopelessness, and ineptitude because you're not showing these kids how to do anything. Now, you can say, well, no, you still have to learn. You still have academics, and you should go to college. But everybody isn't built for college. Even people who who are very, very, very good in school don't always want to go to college. Some people go to the military. They ready to pick up a M16 and get busy. You know what I mean? Jump out of plane and pull a parachute like they insane. Get on a boat and sink submarine. All right, but anyway, I'm giving y'all all of this. I'm talking about all of this to show how there are other environmental, governmental, political, and social factors that may factor into our youth having the opportunity to sell drugs when other opportunities to do other things that will put money in their pocket and give them a career have dried up or have been taken away. See, when you take away opportunities, then you also give opportunities for negativity. Now, some people may say, "Oh, nah, you just making excuses. You just making excuses. You just making excuses." Okay, I can show you. What's going on, Erica Clanton? She says here because of S. Cook. Well, thank you, S. Cook. I appreciate that. And Samaj Networks. Samaj Network. Thanks for coming through. I appreciate it. Appreciate you coming through. Thanks. I appreciate it. So yeah, when you start taking away children's ability to be able to sustain themselves, when you take away hopes and dreams, when you take away their future, and it's hard to argue that today's youth does not really believe that they have a future. Because if they thought that they really were going to live a long time, do you think that they would tattoo their faces that way? Because I don't have anything against tattoos personally. I don't have any tattoos, but if you want to tattoo your body, that's fine. I don't think that anyone should tattoo their face because of discrimination. And that's whether you're black or white. You know, your presentation means a lot in corporate America. Now you can say, well, I don't want to work in corporate America. I can tattoo my face and become a plumber. Yo, somebody might not want you coming in their house to stop leaks if you looking like a crazy man or woman. You know, too many tattoos, too many piercings and things like that. But people our youth are tattooing their entire face. You think that they would do that if they thought that they were ever going to need a job that was going to make them some decent money one day? Niggas is, you know what? Yo, you was bugging. I'm on my show. The fuck is this shit? I don't. All right. So why would anybody do that? Why would a person who thought that they were going to have a future, children, spouse, yo, I'm on my show. Why are y'all calling me? It's 7:00. Yo, don't call me at 7:00 ever. Yo, people add you to groups and then they want to, I'm offended. I'm offended. But why would anybody take away their opportunities if they thought that they were going to live a long time? I don't think that they think they're going to live a long time. I think that they are just living for today and doing whatever is impulsive and whatever makes sense to them for today. They're just getting through one day after another day, one day after another day, one day after another day. So it makes sense to me and probably to them that, well, why wouldn't I sell drugs? I can get money today. All I have to do is make it one day at a time, one day at a time, one day at a time, one day at a time. A lot of times when people have children, then having children has saved many a life because it it has let them know that they need to start being responsible for another life other than their own. And they may not have been very responsible for their own. They could have been out getting high. They could have been out gang banging. They could have been out, just wilding out, taking mad chances on their lives, reckless, dangerous sex and all that kind of shit. Whatever. Just going. And all of these things are really just products of stress, depression, despair, lack of opportunities. When we start talking about opportunities, that's a major thing. People think that opportunities are just chances, but they're not. Opportunities are options. I don't have to do this because I can do that. I don't have to get money with y'all. I can get money with them. I don't have to do this for a living. I can do that for a living. I don't have to be unhappy. I can be happy. I don't have to be indifferent. I can actually be inspired. Opportunities are options. They are the chances to do things in a different way. And when you take the opportunities away from a young person, then you close them into a box to kind of have to do what they have to do. Now, you may ask, well, if the parents are taking care of them while they're younger, why would they have to sell drugs? Omar, why would they have to sell drugs? Why would they have to sell drugs and shit? And the truth is, a lot of our youth don't have to sell drugs. But my question is, why would you want to sell drugs even if you had to? People think that the drug game is sweet. They think that it's all fun and games. They think that these young people out here don't take what they do seriously. And maybe some don't. And it could be because of their youth and immaturity, and their brain hasn't really developed to be able to be cognizant enough to be aware of the dangers that they are a part of. It could be because they play too many video games where you shoot people, kill them, splatter blood, break bones, and all kinds of shit, and just respawn and respawn. In real life, you don't respawn. And you ever see somebody get shot? Have you ever seen with bullets through the flesh? If you've ever seen the blood run out of a person when they get shot in the head, it'll change you. Yeah, you won't be playing around with guns unless you just are so dark in your mental that you don't give a fuck. That puts you in like that puts you in like serial murderer mode where the morbidity of seeing the destruction of human life or life in general just doesn't register with you. Have you ever used a gun and shot a piece of meat and see what bullets do to flesh? Have you ever seen it? Because when you see it, it changes things. You start to understand. The motherfuckers are hot and they hurt. Straight up and down. Carol says, my great niece graduated from Masterman High. Well, God, damn. There's no way she wasn't no brain. You can't just, you know what I mean? You can't just coast your way through that shit. That shit is real. That's a hell of an accomplishment. Shout out to her. Carol says, when I went to school, we had shop classes for boys, auto, carpentry, etc. The girls had home ec and sewing, cooking, and now there's nothing for them. And that's true. We now are graduating generations of young people who don't know how to do shit. I mean, they know how to do computer-based things, but not on a level of being able to make a living from it. They know how to use their phone, but do they know how to develop an app? Because if they knew how to develop an app, you can get paid. Like out of this world, get paid. And sometimes we as old heads, we take for granted that these kids are so computer literate that they can just do anything with a computer. They dumb as us. You see, they can't spell worth shit. So they dumber than us because we didn't know how to spell. We get in trouble for not spelling. We had things called spelling tests and spelling bees. Not like Aquila in the B. You know what I mean? It was Sharita in the B. Let me see. Hold on. My brother from another mother, Norris Hill. I said, my brother from another mother, Norris Hill. What's going on, my brother? Good to see me some you. I'm glad you came through. Word up. He says, what up, everyone? I like what you just said about negative opportunities opening up because it's true. You've seen it. You know what I mean? You living over there. Where you live in? Akron? Akron. Anyway, you know how it is. You know what I mean? You see motherfuckers, that had promise, that was skilled in some kind. Everybody in this world has a gift, man. So everybody in this world has a gift. There's some things that some people are good at that you just can't do. And there's some things that you are good at that other people just can't do. We can't even understand it. But everybody has a certain gift that they were born with that allows them to do something at an exceptional level that nobody else can do. And a lot of us never find them. And guess what happens when nobody ever looks for it? Guess what happens? If you never find that thing that you did great, or you did find that thing that you did great, and then somebody just came and discouraged you from ever doing it because they had something better for you to do, or something other than that for you to do, well, then what's going to happen? Now that dream, that skill, it goes and it deteriorates. And I don't care what the skill was. You know how you have you ever known anybody that knew how to take apart a watch and put it back together? It's not an easy thing to do. It's not, but there are people who can do it. And some of those people are artistic and they can do that kind of shit. Bottom line is they have a gift. Everybody has a gift. There is something that each and every one of us who are participating in this show can do that is uniquely tailored to us. It could be something quirky, something crazy. Some of us have an ear for music. We can hear a hit. Or put together, or compose a song. Some of us can sing. Some of us can sew. Some of us can read better than other people. Some of us know how to speed read. Just remember that back in the day, in the 70s, that was a big thing. Speed reading. Some of us know how to do it. Some of us know how to weld. Some of us are good with electricity. Some of us know plumbing. Some of us know carpentry. Some of us know roofing. And even though there may be a lot of carpenters, roofers, electricians, and plumbers, you may know how to do it in a way that other people just can't do that shit. And that's why people come in and employ you. Now, these are things that these youth that are out here selling drugs, these are things that they can do. But they may be things that they never had the opportunity to come do because nobody saw their gift. Nobody saw the gift in them. Maybe their mom was getting drugs, was on drugs, getting high, or chasing behind some man. And maybe I'm only saying that their mom because maybe I didn't know that they had a dad because I never saw their dad around. There's a big problem with that in the hood, ain't it? Ain't a big problem. Don't come on now. Y'all know it's so bad. It's so bad with the fatherless situation in the home that we don't even bat an eye at it no more. We more surprised when we see a complete family than when we don't. We expect our woman to be up at the head of the family. Who else gonna be there? Shoot, if it is a man at the head of the family, we looking at him real funny, like, well, let me see what this nigga can do. Go ahead. Let me see what qualifies him. What he all right? Like, how long he been head of this family? Like, did he just come home and he playing the star of the family? Just came home. Penitentiary. Check his pants leg for an ankle bracelet, an ankle monitor. Ain't got no ankle monitor. He must have maxed out his time in the halfway house. That's wrong. But it shows you where we have gotten to as far as our mentality, dealing with our family and our expectations, dealing with family life and our lives in general. It ain't a good look. I know I've been desensitized to it because now I'm not surprised when I see a young cat selling drugs. I'm more surprised when I see cats going to school every day. Every day, I see young motherfuckers going to school. You know, back when it was school before the COVID-19 crisis and everything. But you know, I see cats going to school with like and they got like a football helmet in their hand. So I'm like, you play football? Sports? Like you on a football team? He clearly has a helmet in his hand with the name of his high school on it. I'm like, and you, are you any good? What position you play? And that's fucked up because when I was riding the subway, I see nothing but kids going to school. I see way more kids taking advantage of opportunities and going to school than I do seeing kids on the block. But the ones that I see on the block selling drugs register with me because I know how it's going to end for them, because there are only two ways it can end. 2.5. Dead, jail, or crippled. That's it. Ain't no retirees. Maybe some of them can become rappers, but that's a little bit more cliche than I would like to lend credence to. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, so but let me talk about selling drugs for a minute, because like I said, a lot of people think that these cats out here really like selling drugs. I need to put y'all on something, like, you know, put y'all on to something, you know, because it really ain't. It's really not sweet like that. It is absolutely. Oh, you got the call too, and they're like, what? Really? Captain says, sadly, they live for today with no thought for tomorrow. Yeah. But it's up to us. I really believe that it's up to us to get them to understand that tomorrow is going to come. You know? It's up to us. We have a responsibility. I'm not saying that they are totally relying on us, or even trust or believe in what we are trying to give to them, but we have to punch that clock and say that we put in the work in order to give them the opportunities that they need. Because, like, let me talk about selling drugs for a minute, because people be thinking that it's sweet like that. They think that these kids out here really just want to be out here acting all wild with their pants hanging down and a blunt in their mouth and selling drugs and wilding out, and sometimes carrying guns and ducking cops and rival drug crews and gangs and all of that shit. Does that sound like a good life to you? You know what I mean? Like, how? If anybody listening to this show has ever sold drugs, you know that shit ain't sweet. You know, we be bitching about going to work 9 to 5 and doing some overtime in order to make ends meet, if we're not making enough to sustain our lifestyle. What if you sold drugs and then you realize you got to be on that motherfucking block all day and night long? I'm talking damn near 24 hours all day. They don't have shifts all day. And you still got to have a plan to be able to flip it right, or you ain't nothing but a worker. So you barely making the money that you would make at a regular 9 to 5 job. So there are plenty of dope boys out there that might make $500 to $700 a week, and they never really see that $500 to $700 a week because they got to keep flipping, they got to keep re-ing up. So a lot of times they don't even get to spend that little money, because that's not a bad job. $500 to $700 a week. You know, you ain't making that ain't no real money, but shit, people are living off of less. People are living off of less. The thing is, for them to get that $500 to $700, maybe $1,000 a week, they are out there damn near 24 hours a day. It's nothing. It's nothing to see the motherfuckers out there with the same clothes on for 2 and 3 days. They damn near as bummy as the people they selling the drugs to. And so with them being out there doing that, they're risking their health. Hygiene, health. You know they ain't eating right. I don't know if they brush their teeth. You know, they might go in the house, shower, whatever, but they got to be right back out there on the block because there's nobody to cover for them. And they can't let somebody come over and take food out of their mouths. It's not sweet. And you're outside. It gets cold. It's raining and all of that kind of shit. Yeah, you can go in the house for a little while, but you can't stay in all day. You got to be out there serving. No, it ain't sweet. No. Oh, and the cops. Oh, yeah, the boys in blue that want to come around and harass you. Everybody up against the wall. We need to check everybody for the drugs. The cops know you ain't got shit on you because you keep your stash at a distance for when your customers come. So when the cops come up on you, they might find money on you, but nothing else. How'd you get the money? Well, my mom is independently wealthy. My girl do hair, or she a nurse, or she a dancer. My girl's a stripper. She getting crazy money. She holding it down for me. Thanks, officer. Please go away so I can finish avoiding you. So, there are plenty of times when you actually do get caught with drugs on you. Now you going to the precinct. You may not even have enough money to bail your dumb ass out. Back in the days, in the first heroin days, when if you were selling dope, they used to use young kids to sell dope because they couldn't get convicted as adults. So they would go get locked up. Their parents would come get them. They would go to their little juvenile court thing, beat it, and it was all sweet like that. Used to happen all the time. Use the kids, and plus you ain't have to pay them kids that much money. You have to pay them that much. Get your shit off. Those was when they was called drug pushers. Crack brought in the term drug dealers. And everything changed after that. So, I don't know too many people who would choose to have to run from the cops all the time. They have to be running back and forth to court all the time. To be looking at little sentences, little jail sentences for possession, for intent to deliver. You know what I mean? Whatever. Never catching you with large quantities, but banging you for small quantities. Small grams of crack when crack was really popping. Now most of these cats out here just sell weed. But it's high-end weed, and even though they've relaxed a lot of the sentencing guidelines when it comes to selling marijuana, it's still not perfectly legal in a lot of states. So, and I know in the state of Pennsylvania it's not. In New York and New Jersey it's not. So it's tough. But the violence that's associated with it, people knowing that your drug corner or whatever is lucrative. So they need to get rid of everybody who works on your drug corner so they could take over that real estate. So they come through shooting. Or you may have just had a beef with another area close by. I've seen it happen. You may have gotten into an argument with somebody from wherever, whatever. They're like, yo, well, you know, he do his thing over. Oh yeah, that's where he do his thing. Okay. And they come by and spray your shit up. That sounds like an attractive life to you? Would you want to do it? Don't sound like I wouldn't want people. I wouldn't want people shooting at me on purpose. It's bad enough that we scared to go out because of the threat of being caught in a random act of violence. The hell with somebody actually aiming for your ass because they just might get you. But that's the life of a dope boy. Now, what could stop that vicious cycle of being a dope boy? Well, one of the things that can stop it are better opportunities, better educational opportunities, better opportunities to fit inside of your family, better guidance opportunities, more being shown more options of jobs that you can do. Not just jobs, but even careers, like, having a wider pool of career opportunities. Finding out what skills, what abilities, what talents, what gifts that these children have. And when I say children, I'm talking about anybody under the age of 20. Because your brain still hasn't developed to the point where where you're really conscious of what you're doing, of the gravity of your actions and the consequences that can follow. You're not really cognizant of that when you're under 20 years old. You're just young, wild, free, and just trying to make a way for yourself. By the way, y'all can call into the show 319-527-6199. That's the number to call. I said a 319-527-6199. Yes, y'all. I said a 319-527-6199. Yeah, get on the line. I said a 319-527-6199. Yeah, get your shine, baby. It's the Daily Go Get a Business Show. I'm your host, Son 752. Make sure y'all hit the like button on y'all way in. Make sure y'all share the show and make sure that you subscribe to the channel. I'd appreciate it. Comment, rate, and subscribe the show. Thank you. Thank me some you. So yeah, like I said, a lot of people think that these kids out here really want to just be out here acting all wild because the media pushes the agenda of the drug culture, of the thug culture, the gang culture, and all of that. So it can seem like these cats really just don't care about life, don't care about love, don't care about success, don't care about being well adjusted. They just care about wilding out, acting crazy, being violent, acting a fool, going back and forth to jail and praising each other all over that shit and acting like a street soldier. You a soldier. Keeping it real, it's still keeping it real. Now, normally when we talk about keeping it real, we're talking about something negative. I kissed my mama yesterday. That was real to me. I was keeping it real, especially in this COVID-19 environment. Kissed her. Love you, Mom. Happy Mother's Day. Mwah! Right in the mouth. That's keeping it real to me. Anything that you do in life is real. How is shooting, stabbing, punching, kicking, hurting and pain real, but love, affection, positive reinforcement, inspiration, opportunities, greatness, success. How is that not real? Yeah, you know what I mean? Shit is real out here. I just lost my job. Shit is real. Oh, you know what? Yo, I just graduated from high school. I just got out of technical school. I just got out of business school. I just graduated from college. I just got my first job and my first check. Shit is real. How is your negativity realer than my positivity? Yo, such and such just got married after they already had 2 and 3 kids and shit. They trying to build a life to with each other. They tired of playing around out here. Shit is real. That sound real to me. Such and such just got out of rehab. They done stopped using drugs and acting like a savage out this bitch. Shit is real. What's so fake about it? Improvement is fake, but detriment is real. Well, no, I don't accept that. I'm sorry. The young boy told his little shorty that he love her and shit. You know what I mean? And he feel like, you know, getting with her is changing his life around, and he's starting to look at things a little different. So he ready to stop selling drugs. Shit is real. It's getting real out here. Thugs is putting down the guns and the drugs. It's getting real out here. Motherfuckers tired of going back and forth to jail and back and forth to court. It's getting real out here. Such and such just set up a tutoring program. They tired of the public school system limiting opportunities of advancement and trade and vocational opportunities to children. So he said, fuck it, I'm gonna teach these motherfuckers how to do something. Shit is getting real out here. Oh, y'all talking. Hold on. What we got? What we got? Hold on. I'll make sure I got you. Carol Chamberlain says they tell our boys the way out is sports, which isn't, because everybody doesn't make millions in sports. That's true. Thank you, Carol. Why does everybody think that if you make it to the NBA or to the NFL that you getting all of this money? You know you don't. You know there's a such thing as a rookie contract. Do you know that there's a such thing as just a base salary? Some motherfuckers that play in the NFL ain't even making $500,000 a year. Not even $500,000. Shit is real. It's real, son. Narcel says, when dreams are deferred, they are replaced with decades of drunken paydays. Damn, brother from another mother. You be kicking it. You be dropping that shit. That's my brother from another. This nigga real. Shit is getting real. Oh, Evelyn Wood's speed reading course. You remember that? Hey, all right. Carol Chamberlain says there's a religious mentoring program in North Philly that trains young boys from the age of 12 to learn skills like carpentry, roofing, etc. It's a good program. That sounds like a great program because that's something that I wanted to do. We got to teach these kids how to do something again. For real. This shit is pathetic. Pathetic! Motherfuckers don't even know how to stop a leak. Barely know how to change a light bulb. Like I could change the bulb, but how you get the globe off of the thing? I need a ladder. Carol Chambers says, on the corner and eating Chinese food, rice and gravy and chicken wings. I've seen it. I know, but at least the dope boys around here, they feed the cats too. And I swear to God, I think the cat's selling drugs too. I do. But these dope boys around here are the most humanitarian. I mean, the most humane. They love animals. These niggas crazy. Like, I don't know, man. Samaj Network says, damn, you so right. All of the above. I did it all. But I had a trap house, but I couldn't leave the house. The old lady went to the movies. I can't go. Damn, you brought back memory. Samaj, you know, I'm glad that you can relate to what I was talking about. You know how that shit is. If you was so you must be from down south. You said the trap. You know how it is. You gotta be on point all fucking day. You doing this shit. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers think you making all this money. You ain't making that much money. Somebody making money, but it ain't always you. Niggas who pushing weight, they making money. You connect, he making money, but you might not be making no money yet. But you out there all day. You ain't got time to go to school because you got to be on set all day. Because when you're not there, somebody is going to take your spot. So it, ain't no part-time dope dealing unless that's all you want is part-time money. Now, back way back in the day, 60s and 70s, and even part of the 80s, motherfuckers would sell drugs. They would sell a little coke, sell a little weed just to their friends because it was supplementing their income. So they would have a regular 9-to-5 job, but they had their little shit on deck. That was then, though. And they didn't really want nothing out of the game. These little young cats out here, 13, 14, 15 years old, starting, they ain't doing nothing. First you start out as a lookout. Make sure you don't fuck that up. Then you start holding a little something. Make sure you don't fuck that up. It'd be a while before you even start being able to cook up. Like, now you ain't ready to cook. That's inside work. You ain't ready to cook. You ain't ready to bag up. You get your shit pre-bagged. You just go ahead and push. Make sure you don't fuck this up. Sell to an undercover or something like that, you dumbass. Oh, you live in Alabama. Damn. You in the deep south. Charles Lindsay. I don't know who this guy is. He says more people than we would imagine still have to sell drugs to maintain legal ventures as well. It's always been that way. The thing is it can become so dangerous that let's say you do have legal aspirations. Like a lot of times what cats would do here is they would have like a car shop, whether not really a mechanic shop, but somewhere where they put tint on windows, somewhere where they sold rims, somewhere where they did car detailing. No real mechanical shit. It's like some accessory type of thing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah. Put some racing stripes on your ride, some tint, some fog lights. That's what we do. We do tint, fog lights, and rims. Maybe sometimes we'll put a spoiler kit on your shit. But that's not if you're not really in that business, the shit becomes just a front. So you, just like my man Charles Lindsay just said, you selling drugs, you doing the illegal to try to get the legal pumping. And it seems like the legal is the slow money, but it's not really that it's slow money. It's just that you haven't really put all of your concentration into that because the illegal is working. You already established in that. But by the time you get established right, you've had to trust people that probably weren't trustworthy. You've had to take chances that you wish that you probably just lucky and happy as shit that it went right. And the shit is, and then you gotta worry about your family fucking worried about you all the goddamn time because they know what you doing. And they know that shit ain't sweet like that. So it's times and shit where you got brothers and sisters worried about your ass all the motherfucking time, losing sleep and shit. And when they ain't hear from you in a while and shit, they gotta kind of think like, well, I might not have spoke to him in 2 or 3 weeks, maybe a month, but I know he all right because his wife would have told me if he wasn't all right. So I know he ain't locked up, but I'm not sure if she would have called me if he was locked up. She might handle that herself. But if he was hurt, she would probably say something. It's like having a sick a senior citizen, like being concerned about a senior citizen relative that has health problems. You don't hear from in a while. You be like, be on edge, like. It gets to the point where you don't even ask questions that you don't want the answer to. Like, you just be like, "Yo, anything good? You all right? You all right?" You don't want no details. Like, nah, I don't want no shit. I don't want no shit. Shit is real out here. Shit is real out here, son. But yeah, if motherfuckers out here had more opportunities, if they didn't come from the type of homes where ambitious aspirations were pushed, they wouldn't be. They would have other options. Opportunities are just options. If you had other options that you knew would make you money, the way drug money would make you money, you ain't gonna sell no motherfucking drugs. Like, oh, wait, hold on. All right, there are some people who just like to sell drugs, but do they like to get shot? Do they like to get locked up? Do they? Huh? Do they? No. Don't fucking lie. No, they don't like that. They don't like to do that shit. Don't nobody like getting locked up. Nobody like that shit. It's tough. It's real tough. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And that says sometimes these kids are sole providers in the house. This is what I'm told by juveniles where I work. See, Annette, you work right in there with these juvenile delinquents, as you may call them. And yeah, sometimes they are the sole provider. Now, what kind of parent? You have to take into consideration what kind of home, what the structure of the home has to be like for a person under 18 having to be the sole provider, as if it's only him and his mom. Because it ain't like that. He has other siblings that he has to take care of. So he buy a chicken wing platter, you know what I mean? He gives him he get a chicken wing platter, shrimp fried rice or some shit like that. You got to get that for his other 4 or 5 brothers and sisters and shit. And he might have a baby. He might. Carol Chamberlain says the drug boys got the cats holding a product. I'm telling you, this little light-skinned cat that I knew. This cat, I think that cat was my cat's father. And I ain't seen him in a minute, but that cat used to be on the corner with them motherfuckers. Like what? What you need? Like, nah, don't sell it. Don't that motherfucker ain't legit. No, look. That nigga ain't no smoker. Look, his hairline. That's a cop. I'm trying to tell you. Meow. Whoop. I said wow. Dumb motherfucker. Stupid ass nigga. But yeah, don't nobody really want to do this shit. A lot of cats spend a lot of times while they selling drugs planning to stop selling drugs, but let's just say the road in is normally a lot shorter than the road out. A lot short. But along with all of that, there are a bunch of stories of cats that ain't here no more, RIP stories, cats that ain't coming home till 2057. It's that kind of shit. And it's sad, it's bad, it's messed up, it's crazy, you know. And, you know, lack of education means lack of knowledge of the legal system. So, you know, you get caught up in a bad case, and you could have won that shit, but you may not have had enough money to give to the lawyer, and the lawyer sold you down the river. It's just because you retain a lawyer. Once you give a lawyer the retainer fee, yes, he has to represent you, but if you don't pay him the rest of his money, he don't have to represent you correctly. Like, yo, I fought for you, man, but they got a pretty good case against you. This nigga done buried all of the evidence that would have exonerated your ass. That state ain't have shit, and you didn't know what to ask for because you dumb. You're not dumb because you don't know shit. You're dumb because you don't know the shit that would have helped you free yourself. You know how to get in trouble, but you don't know shit about getting out of it. So that's basically what we're talking about when we talk about. Oh, damn. We have a call on the line. I ain't see it. We got a call on the line. Caller with the last number is 8658. I'm sorry I had you. I'm sorry I didn't see you. Thank you for holding on. Welcome to the Daily Go Get a Business Show. How you doing this evening?
Hey, how are you?
I'm feeling like a real man should. And you?
I'm good. When I mentioned the mentoring program, you're kind of down north. So if you were coming south on Broad Street on the right-hand side, I can't remember the name of the place, but it's next to, right past Glenwood Avenue. Come towards, not Huntington, what's that, Cambria or whatever it is, before you get to Lehigh. There's a little place there, and the gentleman there is a friend of my brother's. He's a pastor, but he recruits these children, and he trains them to do the roofing and plumbing and all that stuff. Now, he doesn't allow the kids that are like 12 or whatever to go up on ladders to do work. He do it, but he shows how it's done. I don't know. I wish I could get enough men together that could go and help this man, mentor these boys, because he's really doing an excellent job with them. My brother had some work done in his house recently, and 12-year-olds, this guy says, oh, he's up on a ladder, the older guy, and he's saying, I need a some screwdriver, or I need this. And these 12-year-olds will go right to the toolbox and get exactly what he wanted. This is one of the greater programs that I've seen in a long time.
That's dope. That's real.
I'm going to have some work done on some property, and I'm going to hire him because he's teaching these children. I have a 10-year-old grandson. I cannot wait for the 2 years to get him into this program.
Yeah,
he's a smart kid, but I want him to know more than just book smart.
Yeah, because the way the system is set up right now, all they want our kids to do is be book smart, so they can never get anywhere in life. You know what I mean? Like, honestly, even people who diss people who work in fast food places, but what people don't understand about working in fast food places is that you're getting restaurant and hotel, you're getting hospitality experience. And it's all about what you make out of it, because you're working for a Fortune 500 company.
But if you're just looking at it, I got to go to McDonald's this week. I got to pull these 40 hours or 30 hours. Or, I got to pull so many hours so I get enough money to do something with this weekend. But there's more to it than that. Like
it
you
is.
said, you're getting a lot of experience, But this gentleman's program is, it is awesome. I'm going to have some work done in my property down in North Philly, and I'm going to hire him because he's going to let these kids learn to do things.
Yeah, that's dope.
In fact, I might my grandson up there while you're up there working.
What I think is best, the best thing about what you're talking about, that movement, is the fact that will be one of the things that will stop our people from always talking about, I don't like no black contractors because they don't know how to do this and they think this and that and the third and all of that. Yeah, we got to get rid of that bullshit because it's bullshit.
But the thing is, for white contractors, they get you too.
You think they don't? Man.
They get you more than we get each other. Because they go for the gusto, they go for the big bucks.
You can't tell our people that that's the truth though. Because we so busy, we are so quick to demean each other and to downgrade each other and to suggest that that our work has less quality than the next man or the other man, that we don't patronize each other and we don't support black business. So we really gotta get that together, because first of all, it's like I said, it's ridiculous, it's unfounded, it's untrue, but because we don't have that much experience with the other man, we just think that everything that he does is better. Probably something we saw on TV. It's just ridiculous.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. This is what we've been conditioned to think. As a child, any contractors that came into my house, my father's exact words was, I ain't hiring no niggas to do this. I'll get the white man to do it. When I think back at some of the work that he had done as an adult, I think they can. But who was I to say? I was a kid.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
He did prove, one black gentleman did prove my dad right. We had him come out, tear down a shed kitchen, and rebuild it. We had to take him to court to get him the fence.
Oh, it happens.
So that will sour. Sometimes that one experience will sour.
Yeah. You dead right. It happens. Yeah, I'm not saying that it doesn't happen. The thing is, it happens. Like my mom got this white roofing company to do her roof last year. We had to chase this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? $7,000, and they didn't do it right, and we had such a hard time getting her roof completed. For real. So my sister cussing them out. I'm trying to calm them down. Like, listen, I'm telling my sister, like, listen, you can't, all that threatening, blah, 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 blah. That ain't gonna do nothing. You know what I mean? We at a point where we gotta get these cats to come out and finish this shit, because all that trying to take somebody to court, that shit is time consuming. You know what I mean? And at the same time, your roof gonna still be leaking. So I'm like, no, let's get this shit over with.
Here's the thing: you got to remember, you got small claims court that you got to go through first.
Yep. Yeah.
It's just crazy.
It is.
I'm going to definitely stay in contact with this gentleman, because when my 10-year-old grandson gets ready, he growing up in the hood, but just like his mother and just like his uncle, my son, they grew up in the hood. It doesn't mean to be a hood rat.
Right.
You need to aspire to do other things. I sent both of my children to Catholic school because I couldn't afford a real private school.
Mm-hmm.
But there was nothing in my neighborhood that was going to give them an education. They was just going to pass them on.
Yeah. What Catholic schools you send them to? With your bougie self?
Well, when they were young, they went to Our Lady of Mercy abroad in Susquehanna.
Mm-hmm.
And then they shut that down. So they went down to St. Malachi.
Okay.
When my daughter graduated from St. Malachi, that left my son there by himself and he was younger. So I took him to Jesus. Right.
Oh, yeah. Jesus was a good
My
school.
goal was, I wanted to get him into St. Joe's Prep. He had other ideas.
Well, it's funny. It's funny how many all those black kids that go to Jesus and St. Joe's is right up the street, but St. Joe's is like the elite. That's like the Harvard and shit. You know what I'm saying? It costs a lot of money to go to St. Joe's. Shit is expensive. You there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, St. Joe's is expensive.
I showed him. I would drive him to school because I would be on my way to work and I would drop him off at school like the first year he was there, and I would drive him down, and then I keep on going to work. And I would show him how all these kids, he was like, Mom, all them white kids going to come in all the way down here to go to school? Exactly. I wanted him to see, you know, that they came from all over to go to school down there. St. Joe's Prep ain't no joke.
St. Joe, they used to have kids from Jersey, from Delaware,
Delaware County, all out in all the counties. Kids from Broomall, like that. They were coming into the hood to send their kids to school.
And back in the day, it wasn't sweet like that either. That was when North Philly was really North Philly.
They come through there as a pale face, like.
Yeah, back then. But now you touch one hair on their head, it's gonna be so many cops around.
Listen, they see them white boys coming through there now. They don't even look their way. They like cross the street.
Not at all. They already know. It's gonna be a hanging.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
But it's things like this. Like I said earlier, we had shops in school. We had home ec for girls. And my granddaughter is a 2020 graduate of Girls High this year. And she ain't going to have a graduation, but that's neither here or there. But here's the thing. She don't even really know how to cook. When she's up here with me, I try to get her to help me do things. And she was like, one day she said to me, well, my mom, don't you have like oodles and noodles? That ain't cooking.
Oodles or noodles, though?
So, yeah, oodles and noodles. Really? I think a 2-year-old, if you wasn't afraid of fire, could do that. And it's like, and I'm trying to tell her, these are things you need to know how to do. But we sometimes just can't get through to our kids. I don't know if it's because of interference from the outside or they just too lazy. It could be a combination of both.
Could be. Well, I know that there has to be a better alternative to the street culture that persists out here, because I mean, what we see is so many people think that our youth don't want to do anything with their lives. Like they want to be out there selling drugs and acting crazy and risking their freedom and their lives and all of that kind of stuff. And I know that that's not what they want to do.
Right. But they don't know anything else too, because nobody's really, I don't know. They're not getting rid of these kids.
Yeah.
They're not giving them another opportunity. Everybody that I know that grew up in the hood didn't make it out the hood. But there are some success stories. And don't tell, I'm tired of people telling my young black men Oh man, if you played football, you played basketball, oh, you're gonna be rolling in the dough. Everybody don't get that.
That's most don't. There are way too many high schools and way too many colleges for everybody to make it into the NBA. The ones who make it in pro sports are the elite. Even the ones that aren't that good, they're better than the ones who didn't make it.
Right, they're better than most. Exactly. Mm-hmm. I've been watching The Last Dance with Michael Jordan, and this thing is opening up eyes for me.
Yeah, it's crazy, ain't it?
Watching it. Yeah, a lot of that stuff I had no. Well, I mean, I wasn't privy to it, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I just wanted to put my 2 cents in. That's all.
All right, I appreciate it as usual. You the best. The best.
All right.
All right.
Talk to you later.
All right.
All right. Bye.
You have a good night. Thank you very, very, very much for calling in. Very much for calling in. Let's do these birthday shout outs. Oh, we have these birthday shout outs to do some people born on this glorious May 11th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special, because they are special, because they are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They are number one out the box. Luz Alvarez. Luz Alvarez, turning 48 years old today. Happy birthday to you, Luz. And also Precious Christ. Happy birthday to you, Precious Christ. And Jay Cottrell, turning 32 years old today. Happy birthday to you. And last but not least, Erica Murchison. Happy birthday to you, turning 47 years old today. I want to say happy birthday to all of you and anyone else out there who shares this birthday on this glorious May 11th, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up, but don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on it, do the damn, to rock out, rock on it, do the damn, rock out, rock on it, do the damn thing, and do your thing. Y'all represent the queens and kings, you do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours. And remember, listen, man, when we're talking about the youth, when we're talking about this youth out here, you know, what they could do or what they wouldn't do if they had the opportunity to do something else besides selling drugs out here. Don't nobody really want to sell drugs out here. Yeah, the media, whether you're talking about the media as far as the news coverage is concerned, or whether you're talking about all of these rap records and things like that, glorifying the drug culture and the drug culture and the thug culture, but it ain't sweet like that. And nobody wants to be afraid most of their life, whether you're afraid of your own peers, or whether you're afraid of the law, or whether you're afraid of the cops, or whether you're afraid of incarceration, or whether you're afraid of the grim reaper coming through, having your day, your judgment. The shit is real and it's going on today. Yo, that life ain't sweet like that. And we have an obligation to relieve our children of thinking that they have to live a life like that, because it's crazy, baby. We get crazy, baby, and we can do better than that. And the way that we do better than that is to start with ourselves. We have to give our children opportunities to do better than they was doing before. And you're the person that can get it popping, man. So listen. If you know a youth, fix a youth. If you know a youth, fix a youth. You see cracks in the armor, chinks in the armor, make sure that you arm your young person with that knowledge and wisdom and understanding. Show them how to do something. I'll tell you something. I say this all the time. If you know how to do something at your job, then your children should know how to do what you do at your job. Whatever you do for money, your children should be able to learn how to do it for free. And I don't care what it is. You a welder, you go to work to weld every day, then you should teach your children how to weld for free so they can have that shit. They ain't gotta go to the trade school. Listen, the public school wants to take trades out of the school. You put the trades right back where they need to be. You have a particular interest in 1, 2, 3, 4, well, however many youths that you know, well, then teach them something, show them something, do something with them, give them something that nobody can take away this knowledge, baby. You ain't gotta go to college, baby, but you can make it out here and do your thing now. Opportunities, baby. Opportunities are options, and we don't want to take away no options, baby. Make sure that y'all represent. Make sure that y'all subscribe to the channel, man. Make sure y'all hit the like button, and make sure that you share the show, baby. But more importantly than anything else, make sure that you grab a young person by the collar and show them how to make $1. Grab them by the collar and show them how to make $1. Grab them by the collar and show them how to make $1. Grab them by the collar, show them how to make $1, baby. Teach them one thing that can teach them one legal positive thing that could put money in their pocket. And trust me, you'll feel better about yourself and you'll feel better about their situation. So with that being said, I'm going to holler at y'all tomorrow at 7 o'clock. We will be right back up in the house, man. Y'all have a good night. All right, y'all. So I'm going to say peace.
Blog Talk Radio.
Peace. My brother Ansel Jones. I see you, man. I see you pulling up the rear. Thanks for coming through. Peace, y'all.